means to be a man. Cowbell, cowbell. All right. This is how we're starting. A guy born in the 90s who listens to classic rock. This is what happens when you're an only child with old-ass parents. Oh, are we relating? I was not going to do this material, but now people are relating. Being an only child, not all it's cracked up to be. All you motherfuckers is just like, you guys have it the best. You guys get all the attention. Yeah, from the only two people you never wanted attention from in your life as a child. No one was ever like, Mom, Dad, please watch me more. That was never, no one's ever said that in their entire life. You people with siblings could get away with anything. That was great. Your parents could be like yelling at your sister in the corner, how dare you disobey us, and blah, blah, blah. You would just open the windows, sneak out for a half an hour, just smoke some weed with your friends, knock some mailboxes over, and you climb right the fuck back in, and guess what? They're still yelling at her. You go to bed, you get away with it. I tried opening my window one time. I opened it a crack. My dad sat up in bed like, there's been a change in pressure. 5 PSI due north. Honey, he's loose. Grab the lasso. Isaac, get your ass back in bed. Just dangling out the window like, am I grounded? I'm grounded, right? I think I'm grounded. It's too true, right? It's too true. I was also an Asian only child in Indiana, so that was not cool. That was not fun. You're relating again to this? I think she's just the female version of me. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, we're just the same person. If I Caitlyn Jennered myself, it would be right into her. You understand? That's where we're headed. I'm only half. I'm half Chinese, I'm half white. I wish someone would have told me growing up that when you're biracial, you're gonna start off looking exactly like one of your parents' races, and then by the time you die, you're gonna transition to looking exactly like the other parent's race. I'm gonna look like Macaulay Culkin when I die. I've accepted that. But when I was born, I looked like an infant Buddha, like one of those statues on an Asian lady's porch that just sits there. That's what I looked like. I had a round face, I was fat, I had a flat face, I had no nose. Look at this shit. Look at this, what I'm dealing with. This obstructs my view when I drive. Do you understand? You know how many times I thought this was a fly? I'm just driving, I'm like, get this fucking, oh, it's my nose. My bad. And then somewhere along the way, I just grew up out of my darker skin and my flatter face, and I became 6 foot tall, and my shoulders elongated, and my face broadened. That's because the white side inside of me just started conquering the Asian side, just burning and pillaging the villages of my genetics, just colonizing my DNA and everything. You ever seen a chromosome run for the hills? Because I have. It's crazy. The white side took my double helix of my DNA. You know how it's shaped. It's all wound up. And it just unwound it. The white side took it and forced it to unwind and flattened it out into railroad tracks. It made the Chinese side build railroad tracks in my body. That's how deep racism goes. On a cellular level. The doctor, one time, he checked my heartbeat. He didn't hear boom, 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 boom. He heard ting, 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 ting. I was like, what is that? He was like, you have internal racism. I'm writing you a prescription to listen to NPR 3 times a day to avoid identity crisis. It didn't take. I still have an identity crisis. And now I'm up here with this big Professor Snape-ass nose. What the I should just lean into it, right? Might as well be up here like, would you all like to hear some Asian jokes tonight? You may hear some that will offend and some that may make you run screaming or laugh, but in the end, you will all die. High five for that. That was a good one, right? That was good. That's cool. I'm into it too. I feel like growing up as a half Chinese, half Asian dude in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is just all black and white people, I feel like I learned things about culture and ethnicity that a lot of you guys just don't know. I had this weird third-party perspective on it. Like, I'll share one with you right now that I guarantee you don't know. There's only one instance where it is a minority's fault when a white person is being racist to them. Just one. And that is when a minority goes to a medium to communicate with a dead relative, and the medium is white. Because they gotta be your dead relative. They gotta channel them, they gotta talk like them, act like them, you know, whatever. Hey, motherfucker, whatever it is. oh, whatever it is, they gotta do it. If that's your grandpa, that's your grandpa, you know? And usually the medium to me in Indiana is a white lady in a shawl. So it's kind of my fault if I go up to her and I'm like, does my grandfather have a message for me from beyond the grave? And she just grabs my wrist and is like, yes, your grandfather has a message for you. He's saying through me, he says, oh, hello, grandson. I hope you're very healthy, eating a lot of noodle in your diet. Just some white lady. Oh, you're very good. I love you, grandson. I hope that everything's so good. And I'm just like, I meant my white grandfather. And she's like, no, it's him. He's just very racist. Oh, sorry. Wrong grandfather. Just kidding. Bye. I love you. White grandpa every time. You know what's weird? When I grew up in the Midwest, you know, people would make fun of my mom for her Chinese accent and stuff. Like, it wasn't cool to have that accent. You could make fun of it. Nobody cared. And now there's this weird unspoken agreement where the Asian accents are the only ones that you're not allowed to do unless you're that thing. You know, this is Hollywood area. Like, we've seen white people do African accents in movies. We've seen black people do Hispanic. But as soon as someone who's not haw gets a little haw, everyone's like, whoa. Like, what's going on? What year is this? And I think I figured out why. It's because the Asian accents are the only accents that you can't accidentally slip into when you're attempting another accent. Think about it. Anytime you have that dumb friend who thinks they can do accents and they try to start off a little Irish and they think maybe, you know, I'm gonna do a Conor McGregor impression like I'm from Dublin, but then they sort of lose focus and concentration along the way and they sort of end up Jamaican and you're not sure how they got to this little bumbleclad area of talking. But no one starts off a wee bit Scottish and then sort of loses focus and concentration and ends up from a Hong Kong. Like, that's never... Oh, this is a Scottish, right? I swear to God, this is Scottish. This is not Scottish? Let me try again. I am a Scottish from Wales. If you did an Asian accent, you meant to do that. That was on purpose. We got football season upon us. That is upon us. We are midway through. It's Sunday. I might as well do this joke. Some of you aren't going to like this, but wait till the end, all right? And by some of you, I mean women. Buckle up, all right? Just wait till the end, all right? I have issues watching women in football, reporting on it, refereeing. It just doesn't make sense to me. And here's the thing. I know it's my problem, not yours. I know that I grew up in a certain era where it just doesn't fit the theme. Everything still has to fit a theme. That's the problem with television, why everything sucks these days on TV. Everyone just tries to throw every genre into one thing, and it makes no fucking sense. It doesn't fit the theme. Every time I watch Hall of Fame quarterback Troy Aikman, 6'6", up in the booth with 3 Super Bowls and 80 concussions, go, let's throw it down to Cynthia for the injury report. Cynthia, what do you got? And then a 5'2" bleach blonde woman with like a perfectly make-up face and pearl necklace is like, thanks a lot, Troy. It looks to be an MCL sprain, questionable to return. It doesn't make sense. Now let me extend an olive branch to you ladies, okay? I've looked it up. 93% male viewership, that's the NFL, okay? You know what 93% female viewership is? Reality TV. I've looked it up. I've done the facts. Your Love Islands, your Bachelors, Bachelorettes, Project Runways. Yeah, yes, that's my shit. Did you fucking see Traders? That bitch backstabbed that bitch who backstabbed that dude who backstabbed that other dude? What the fuck? Like, I could go on that show. I could totally go on that show. That's the shit you love, right? Now imagine if straight males were the faces of all of those shows. Oh my God, how pissed would you be if I was a judge on Project Runway? This is the best I've ever been dressed in my life. I have Lord of the Rings shoes on, do you understand? You would kick your TVs out the window, ladies, if the judge was like, Judge Isaac, what did you think about the last model's walk down the runway? And I was just like, I'd hit that shit. Line them up, baby, yeah. Let's fuck them all, yeah. You'd literally kick your TVs out the window. Now let me extend another olive branch to you ladies. What kind of men do they allow on those shows? Gay men. Why? Because it fits the theme. It makes sense when a dude with perfectly speckled glasses and coiffed hair and a fucking polka dotted bow tie perfectly dimpled, it's like, bitch, that does not work for you. You're like, he's right. He's totally right. That doesn't work on her. Yellow, not your color. You're more of an autumn. Now, if they had that version of person in the NFL, I would love women in the NFL. If Troy Aikman was like, let's throw it down to Brooke for the injury report. Brooke, what do you got? And then a 6'6", 240-pound lesbian in a crew cut slides into frame and is like, thanks a lot, Troy. Looks to be an MCL sprain, questionable to return. But you know what? I got my period this morning and I still came to work. So I say ice that shit up and get the fuck back out on the field. Back to you, Troy. Just palms an errant pass, throws it 50 yards into the stands. Hip checks a linebacker. Get up, bitch. What the fuck? I'm Brooke, motherfucker. Get up. Go play inside linebacker. I told you to stick with me. It would pay off a little bit. Despite my size and ethnicity, I'm not a fighting type of person. I'm kind of a bitch. I hate to admit it, but I kind of am. I'm more of a lover. I think the desire to get into a fight is genetic. I think that's something that's just built into who you are. And my proof of this is surfers. Anybody here surf? Not in not in the Nard? All right, cool. We don't shroud Nar, dude. We shroud Nar, not Nard. Those guys that you all think that are the chillest motherfuckers, those dudes that are long blonde hair, what's up, dude? Fucking Cerveza's on me, dude. Taco Tuesday, dude, on me, first round, dude. And then afterwards, we'll go shroud some Nar, dude. Let's fucking do it. Those guys beat the shit out of each other every day because there's an etiquette to fighting. And if someone takes your wave, you're allowed to haul off and start beating the shit out of them until they're bloody. And everyone's like, yeah, get them. And I didn't know this until I was touring. I used to be in a band, and I would tour with my bass player who was a semi-pro surfer. And he told me this dude knocked him off his board once, took his wave. So he gets back on the board, and he's like, hey, man, what the fuck, bro? And he was like, whatever, dude, mind your own business. And he was like, oh, you want to take this to the shore? And he was like, let's fucking do this, dude. They're literally swimming side by side, talking shit all the way. Who stays mad for that leisurely 5 minutes? Ooh, I can't even with you right now. Ooh, I fucking hate you so much. You are the worst person I know. I'm going to kick your ass when we get there, dude. And then they got to the shore and fought for another 15 minutes. My bass player was like, yeah, I just kept kicking him. I kept kicking him, and I kept dodging punches, and I kept kicking him, and he couldn't block. He tried to block with his legs, but he couldn't lift his legs. I kept kicking him. I'm like, yeah, because both of your arms were tired. You guys were both just Irish river dance fighting, like, bitch. Headbutt. And now I have to know that this guy's got this built-in commitment to fighting that's just in him. I have to know this about this guy, and now I'm afraid to tour with him. I don't want to be at one end of the TSA, and he's in some fight with some guy on the other side, and I got to wait for that whole thing to go down. Like, yeah, bitch, you want to go? You want to go? Let's do this. It's going down today. You have no idea what's about to hit you. You have no... Thank you very much. You have no idea what the fuck you up, dude. Yeah, gate 13, asshole. Gate 13. I will see you there. I will see your ass there. Yeah, bring your kid. Bring your kid. I want him to watch. I want to see what a little bitch you are. I will wipe the tarmac with your ass, motherfucker. I will wipe the tarmac with your ass. You wait right there. Guys, my name's Isak Allen. Thank you very much. That's my time.